episode 36, part 3 of Kenya's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. Now, the road to Japan draws ever closer as each day goes by, and the Kenya Simbas are in the preliminary stages of the World Cup qualifiers. We'd love for you to support them. They'd love for you to support them. So jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan. As you know, they are the superstars of rugby in Kenya. I'm Jemima Duffield.
This is Ngash, official noisemaker.
I'm Jeringus Kenyana.
So, IAAF World Championships. I'm sure a lot of you got snippets of it. Social media, it was bold. So tell me what you thought of it.
A good outfit for Kenya, I think, but disappointing kidogo. We came second. We went in as the defending champions. Yeah, but then again, the Americans just had to get a couple of more gold medals that put them right there. But good showing for Kenya. I think I must commend the likes of Manangoi.
Yes.
Yeah. Tournament that was him. 3,000 steeplechase, of course, is always ours. Yeah. And then going to the other guys, wow, for the first time, Gatlin finally wins against Bolt. Yeah. It was a sad showing though for the Jamaicans. Sad that the 4x1. But there's a story. The athletes complained that the guys were kept in the holding area for long and their bodies cooled down. You've already warmed, your muscles are tense. They get tense when they start cooling on, off. So, yeah, it kind of messed Bolt's last tournament, championship rather. Yeah, so, but it was a good showing for Kenya, I must say.
That just shows, I guess, how it goes. It can go anywhere in sports. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm asking myself is that if Kenya was able to attain number 2 with the mediocre preparations that we had,
the politics
that are happening in athletics Kenya, then what happens if guys actually put in some effort in preparing these guys? But all in all, as Ngusa said, it was a good showing. I felt like steeplechase, for example, it's normally a clean sweep for us. Yeah. So the question you ask yourself is, had they prepared adequately, then what would we have seen at the World Championships? But anyway, we only hope that going forward, they prepare well.
Nevertheless, congratulations to the athletes.
Yeah. Now, Kenya announced that they will be bidding for the 2023 championships. Obviously, if we, got to host it, that would be very good for us. But what do you think are our chances?
Our chances should be good, man. We just hosted the under-18, and it's very successful, the most successful tournament of theirs, of the under-18s, and. It's only right that Kenya gets the chance to host the first African IAAF championships because we've won it. Yeah, we are always at the top when it comes to the continental. We rank us continentally, so it's only right that we get to host it. However, I think we need to get everything right, especially from the association perspective aside. Let's not have a lot of politics. Yeah, and I think we can actually have a tournament here and it will be successful.
I think just exactly what Ngus, I share his sentiments in terms of I think we're ready. We've shown the world in terms of the world under 18 World Championships. My only problem is these countries, the likes of America, Britain, like they didn't come for the world under 18 because of this security nonsense. I think it's crap. I think, we showed them that this place was actually very secure. And I always ask myself, people are leaving, so come on, just come for this World Championship. So if it's in Kenya, of course, a big part of it will be what the participating nations are going to decide in terms of coming to Kenya. I think we have the guys to run it. We've shown it the world under 18. So it's a good move. And as Gusa said, it's only right that Kenya be the first African country to host the Worlds.
Okay. Also, I'd like you to continue because we love hearing your voice. Premier League wrap up for Premier League wrap up for week 2.
Of course, yeah. So this is week 2. The English Premier League started last week. So week 2, Swansea lost to Manchester United 4-0. We had Southampton beat West Ham 3-2. We had Bournemouth lose to Watford 2-0. We had Liverpool beat Crystal Palace 1-0. We had Leicester beat Brighton 2-0. We had Burnley lose to West Brom 0-1. We had Stoke beat Arsenal 1-0. We had Huddersfield beat the fellow newcomers, Newcastle 1-0. And we had Tottenham lose to Chelsea in the London Derby 2-1. Manchester City will be taking on Everton later on today, on Monday, that is.
Okay.
Yeah. Monday Night Football. That is. Yeah.
And what are your predictions for the top 4 finish?
Well, in no specific order, Manchester United, both Manchester teams will be there. Manchester United, Manchester City. I think the defending champions will make it to the top 4. Arsenal, I'm not too sure. Going by the first 2 games, they're still a bit shaky. I put Arsenal there because I'm biased to others. And remove Liverpool maybe. So yeah, that's my top 4.
Okay, what about you?
Chelsea, Manchester City. I don't think Liverpool are going to finish in the top 4 this year. I still think Tottenham have a chance this year to finish in the top 4. And to be honest, I'm not too sure about Manchester United. It's been only 2 games. So I'll say, in no particular order, Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester City, and I'll throw in Manchester United. That is being pragmatic. If I was thinking with emotions, I'll throw in Arsenal there.
Arsenal will be number 1. This is our season.
Yeah, being pragmatic, I think those are the 4.
All right. Now the bout that everyone's been waiting for, Floyd Mayweather meets Conor McGregor later on this week. What are your...
this bout should be very entertaining for sure. I've had some guys thinking that it will be a walkover for Mayweather. I don't think it will be as much. I think Conor McGregor will actually give him a run for his money, considering he's younger. He's younger first, and he has a nasty left hook. However, Mayweather has some proper defense. This guy can really work and tire you out. So, yeah, let's just wait and see. Come the 26th, 27th here, I think.
Are you going to watch it?
It depends. Depends on how many beers I'll have had by then. Of course, that'll be the day when Kenya will be taking on Hong Kong. Yeah. So it depends on how many beers I'll have had. But as Goose is saying, Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive fighter ever. That's why I feel that he's going to carry the day. It's not necessarily being on his offense, it's more of the defense. At the beginning, when the fight was announced, I thought it was going to be a whitewash. But just now, I think they're going to go the whole. They'll finish all the rounds. But I still think Floyd Mayweather is going to take it. But the biggest thing I think this fight is the commercial aspect, and that everyone has been wanting, and I think they're going to make a hell lot of money when it's done.
Both fighters and their promoters.
And the promoters, exactly.
Mayweather promoting himself, so that's not money to him, I think. Yeah.
All right, so moving on to the bonus segment. With Neymar Jr.'s move to PSG, do we think that this will be the beginning of the end? For the dominance of FC Barcelona.
I'll let Gus go first on this.
Well, I don't think it'll be the end of it, though. We won't see the end of it because they still have one of the best players we've ever seen, I think, in the world of football in our time. But it will not be as it has been. Case in point, the Super Cup match against Real Madrid. You could see how Real Madrid was tearing them apart. The dominance will be a bit less than what it was before, but there'll still be a force to reckon.
In that question, because it's a 2-part question, in terms of FC Barcelona's dominance, I feel that it's actually coming to an end. The era of the Catalonia being on top of world club football is coming to an end, because Messi is now in his 30s. You guys have to remember that, number 1. Number 2, I think the cog of the dominance in the FC Barcelona days was Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta. Iniesta is about 34, 35 years, so he's on his way out. The core of that team are the Gerard Piqués, the Sergio Busquets. These guys are quite old, and Messi himself is also very old. So I think Neymar was the only young person who was in that formation. So I think FC Barcelona's dominance is actually coming to an end, and as Ngusa said, evidenced by the result in the Super Cup.
All right, and with this move to PSG, do you feel that they are now legitimate contenders for the UEFA Champions League?
These guys have always been legitimate contenders, especially last season. I'd say that because last season they beat Barcelona 4-0, only to be taken out bad luck and bad officiating, I think. UEFA Lona, you know how they operate. So, and they will be. They are stronger. Having brought in Neymar, PSG will be stronger definitely.
The good thing about this move is that Edison Cavani can never be the out-and-out striker. He always needs to be the backup striker, and Neymar coming to be the main person there, I think it does bolster their chances, and I think that's why the Arabs brought money to PSG, because of the UEFA Champions League. They'll still be dominant in France, them and Monaco, but I think Neymar's move there does give them the impetus now to compete with the top guys in Europe.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure. So that's it for episode 36, part 3. Remember, Kenya host Hong Kong again this Saturday, the 26th of August. Not a Sunday, so you have no excuse not to be there. You can find us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and also subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Demima Duffield.
This is Ngashi, official noisemaker.
I'm Jerry Ngoose, Kenyana.
See you next week.
Part 4, live match.